Welcome to What You Saying.
What am I saying? What are you saying? We'll be finding out what the community is saying. Welcome to the community show, and today we're going to be finding out all about a dance group in Birmingham.
And I'll be interviewing a community champion. And listen, he's a real champion, you know.
A real champion of origin. And also be finding out about a football academy that's taking young people off the streets in Wolverhampton and engaging them in sport. So all of that's to come on today's show. Isn't that right, Kims?
Kim, there's a story behind that one.
So I'm Omari Wiggins, and this is
Simon Capo, also known as
Kim Ballers.
Listen, there's a story to link with a community champion, but going back to Kimbo Slice, where my passion for combat and martial arts started back 2009. So growing from there to now, it's a journey.
It's a journey, and you know what? He's a smiling face, but he's sharp with the hands and the feet.
Come on now.
and I'm Omari Wiggins. My biggest passion, your passion is combat. One of my biggest passions is all about the community and empowering the community, showing the light to the community, and that's what this show is all about. Now, before we get into that and finding out about some of the champions that we've got, we're also going to be finding out about what is it that's going on in the community over these next few weeks and months ahead. Let's check it out.
Hello, I'm Natasha, and this is the Community Notice Board. The Rusty Players Orchestra have opened their doors to people like you, people that used to play an instrument and want to start up again, or are new to it. They're open between now and October. You can sign up now at the New Hampton Arts Centre. Open now, there's an exhibition celebrating Ozzy Osbourne and his honours and accolades, and that is at the Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. It's called Working Class Hero. You can see some of his notable honours. It's free and you can visit any time between now and the end of September. Also, the Birmingham Hippodrome are showing Black Sabbath the Ballet, a fusion of rock and ballet, and that's showing all throughout September. Travel now. If you're travelling between Coventry and Wolverhampton on the cross-country services, there may be some disruption over the next couple of months due to a potential strike action plan. Also, bear in mind if you're travelling by road, the M42 between junctions 6 and 7, both ways, will have some temporary closures over the next couple of months due to construction works. And that's been me with your Community Notice Board. Till next time, bye for now.
So that's what's going on in the community up and coming over the next month or so. And speaking of things that are going on in the community, picture this. So imagine you've got young people in inner city Birmingham, boys and girls, who are using dance as a tool to empower. And it was all set up by a mother and a daughter. Let's find out more.
We're talking about Eloquent Dance, Eloquent Centre, Eloquent Talent, and soon to come, Eloquent College. Wicked. I always say that Eloquent Dance is a movement because we're forever evolving, forever growing, but always remaining true core to what our mission is, which is to empower the next generation and young individuals through the power of dance, mentoring, community engagement. That's where Eloquent hones in on. People often come to us not just because they want to be incredible dancers or they want a career in the creative arts, but just because they feel a part of something.
What is Eloquent Dance? It is a movement of God, God ordained. The thought behind the name and the whole idea of the way it started came through prayer and discussion. The trajectory of Eloquent has proved that God has been in the centre from the beginning and at the core.
Community is massive for what we do at Eloquent. We create this sense of belonging. We make people feel like they're a part of a wider family, and then we empower, we equip, we encourage, we go above and beyond, sometimes to our detriment. But yeah, I'd say Eloquent is a movement and a force in the creative arts.
And I'm snapping, someone's gonna get punched out the way because I'm dancing that hard. Boom, yeah, ta ta ta, boom, boom, dee boom, snap, ha ha, boom. You should dance out your skin. 6, 7.
I've always danced. My mum enrolled me into dance class when I was about 4, but I got to a stage where I couldn't really see any fruits coming out of what I was doing. And also, I just feel like I lost a lot of confidence. I was dancing in a lot of spaces where I didn't see myself represented.
Omari used to go to 2 or 3 dance schools, and I had to take her to 2 or 3 dance schools because each dance school gave a little bit of what I was looking for. One looked at freestyle, the other dance school focused on discipline, which wasn't at the other dance school, and my daughter needed discipline. And then there was another element at the other dance school. She was able to thrive. So there wasn't a dance school that actually gave all of that. I never forget, she came home one day, and one of the main reasons why we started Eloquent is because she came home and she was in tears, and she sat in front of the mirror and said, "I'm ugly, I'm fat." The dance teacher said I'm too heavy, her hair wasn't right. She was ready to probably do something silly because her self-esteem and self-confidence was flawed. And as a mother, it really, really upset me. But I remember spending an hour and a half just mentoring my own daughter, building up her self-esteem, letting her know that she was great, letting her know that she was pretty, letting her know that her hair was fine, that her size was fine. And I thought to myself, that shouldn't happen.
I remember Mum saying one day, "Why don't we start our own dance company?" And I was just looking at her like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I'm too young. I was 17 at the time. But I got baptised, gave my life to God, and then we kind of just birthed Eloquent.
That's meaning that this isn't so no bright light for no reason, or no spark that lands in your life sometimes for no reason. There's an ultralight being because we have a relationship with God that sometimes certain things show up at the right time to remind us why we should carry on. Does that make sense?
When God gives you a gift and your purpose, it's the biggest celebration as much as celebrating the day of your birth. Because once you've got that and you've found that, you run with it, there's no stopping you because that's yours. But the why is quite simple. It's quite, and I'll say it in simple terms, that I have a real passion to see younger people develop into their gifting, and that's so important. And I have that passion because I homed in on that with my own children.
Hi guys, how are you all doing this evening? Is everyone doing good? Good. So today we're here as Eloquent Praise Dance Company, and we're here just to minister to you guys.
So I've been at Eloquent since the age of 13, and it's helped me in so many different ways, through my faith, through just people skills, through confidence, through so many things. But I think the main part of Eloquent that has had my heart is the faith part of it, and it's really helped me grow in faith and show me different sides of the faith as well.
Change I wanna see must first begin in me. Surrender so your world can be changed.
We're here today at Anchor Church of God in Christ, and I'm here with the Eloquent Praise team. We normally come with our Eloquent Dance Company, our Eloquent Collective, but we've got a bespoke Eloquent Praise team that will be delivering today. There is a difference between dancing and there's a difference between worshipping, and today we want to demonstrate for our performance that, you know what, you can still worship through dance. Be yourself, express how God is working within you, how God is demonstrating to others the goodness of His grace, the goodness of His mercy.
It's not about traditional worship, it's more about glorifying God through movement. It's about symbolizing praise unto God. So for example, if you're going through a hard time, you can show it through dance and show how God builds us up and how He resurrects our spirits and also intertwines the spirit of dancing and the spirit of God and makes us whole.
When my eyes opened to the part of movement in dance, it showed me that there's such a light and flowy side, and a side where you can just praise God freely however you want to, just by moving your body, moving around, and just being able to praise Him, like not even just by lifting your hands up, but many different ways as well. And it's just helped me to grow and, you know, fall in love with God more, that it's more than just a talking relationship, that you can dance with Him, that you can rejoice with Him.
Come on, everybody. Clap those hands.
I'm going to, I don't know about you, I think that was powerful.
That was a great feature of the week. Now I'm going to interview a community champion, Sensei Abian Richards from Zen-Shin martial arts. Listen, I'm excited for this one. I know him. Listen, he knows combat in and out, 25 years plus of experience. Let's go see what he's saying. Sensei, first things first, thank you for that session.
Thank you.
Each time I come, I'm worked to my limit, I feel good. Share a bit about just how you got here and what you're doing for the community, because there's all ages here, all races. How did that come about?
Yeah, I guess this area in Birmingham where we're at, you know, there's a lot of different people here, a lot of different cultures, faiths. It just works. It works. I think because we're a family business as well, so we kind of understand, you know, the kids and the adults. We're here part of the community. For me, it started with my dad, so we were born into this, so I didn't have an option, but it's been a way of life, you know what I mean? So rain or shine, sick or not, you know, you come into trade and do a little bit and you feel better.
How long has Zen-Shin been established, and what would you say your highlight has been within those years?
Okay, well, Zen-Shin started before I was born. So, you know, my dad started it back in the 80s, yeah, when karate was cool. It's just kept going since then, really, you know. My mom, she was a student as well, so they had us and we were there, we were in the dojo in our nappies. The fact that we are family-based means that we can connect to people on another level, you know, on a more personal level, and we're okay, you know, being vulnerable, but also we're always encouraging each other, you know what I mean? In those spaces you can grow.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's why it's attractive to people, whether they have families or they don't have families, they're being part of the Zen-Shin family.
What's the focus in regards to combat sports for Zen-Shin?
I think, you know, that's why it's popular for the kids. It's building their self-discipline, confidence, self-awareness. You know, I think these are the main qualities. I think building people up is the best, most rewarding thing as a teacher, you know, seeing someone, they come in and they're hunched over and they're insecure, but, you know, just get them to roll their shoulders back, look at you in the eye. And, you know, there's nothing like having a little scrap as well, you know, having a little wrestle.
Yeah, we know about that one.
It humbles us, and there's no tension, you know, there's no egos, and I think that's the biggest thing with fighting, or for me as a teacher, you know, you leave the ego at the door kind of thing, you know what I mean? And you don't want to go outside and fight on the streets with no rules, because, you know, you want to fight someone that's also honourable, you know what I mean? And then you can get the most out of it. And yeah, I think that's important. I think confidence is what a lot of us need.
So for anyone that wants to join, talk to us about the classes you do, the ages. I guess it's welcome for all?
Yeah, it's welcome for all. You know, we have classes from for 5-year-olds all the way up to however old. Everyone's welcome. We do karate mainly. We're mainly a karate school, you know. People might not know that, but the kickboxing kind of comes from karate, just different rule set, you know. But we're mainly a karate school. We have classes in the week and on the weekend. Everyone gets 2 free trial classes, so, you know, no pressure. We don't need anything from you. Just try it out. If you like it, if you like it, then you can join in. But yeah, there's no, you know, we want people here that want to stay. You know what I mean? We don't want people that aren't sure. You know, you want them to come into the family, so that we're in the family. Yeah, that's kind of how it's set up.
Now, honestly, I appreciate you sharing your journey. What Zen-Shin does has blessed me over these years. It's been here a few years now, and I can just, in my growth outside of the dojo, it's probably even more than the inside. So that shows a lot of what you guys are all about, your foundations, and how you want all of us to grow. So I appreciate you. Oh, Sensei. Oh, Sensei.
I love that, Simon, and that is why they call him Kimbo Slice. Did you see those hands there? My guy, my brother. Now, speaking of sport, and now we're going to head to Wolverhampton, and imagine a football academy that was run by somebody who used to play for Wolverhampton Wanderers himself, has now set up a football academy that takes young people in the city off the streets and engaging in something positive. Let's find out all about New Park Village.
1998 was when I first founded the organisation. And what I saw was there was a lot of young people getting caught up in the whole mess concerning gangs, and they just didn't have things to keep them occupied. And I remember as a child, as a young person, I came from a very large family. Life was very tough at that time, and so I threw myself into football. I said, if football kept me out of prison and kept me out of, getting involved in stuff, then maybe that can happen with other young people. And so in my mind, I see NPV as a youth club. It's not in a space like a centre. It's out there on the fields. At NPV, we have a 3-step program. And so we run a soccer development centre on a Saturday that we have kids from all over the city.
My son's 8 and started coming here when he was 5. Well, compared to when he first come here, really shy, kind of stood aside, everybody was playing and he kind of just stood there just watching everybody. As the weeks went on, he started getting more involved until now he's waking me up on a Saturday wanting to go football.
He's been getting on really well, confidence has been growing and stuff, so it's just about getting him into the social setting and hopefully make us a millionaire one day.
That's it. My son started coming for a bit before you. Just before, and at first he wouldn't even talk to the coaches, he wouldn't talk to the kids, and he'd just be standing there, but now he's crazy.
He's one of the men on the pitch.
To see the full effect of Sakai now, and the coaches, he listens to his coaches.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're really good.
I'm definitely looking to improve players, technically, that's the basic thing, physically as well, the game understanding, okay? So can you try to put that in practice now, because there's too many of you just chasing the ball, okay? And that doesn't look good, because that's not football, yeah? Make sense? We're gonna have non-beep starting with the ball.
With my sons, they are really passionate about football, and I feel there's a big community which embraces all people of different race. I really enjoy seeing them play. I've got 3 of them here at the moment playing, and then the coaches and everybody involved with the development have been very great and helpful.
The players that I see on a Saturday, if they're good enough, I'll get in contact with the parents, tell them when training is, when matches are, and then go on trial for a few weeks. If I like what I'm seeing, they're signed.
My mum took me there at the age of 4 to the development centre, and I've just kept progressing from there, and then I got into the academy. Then I've just been playing ever since.
If they do well enough, they have an ability to go to our academy teams. We have 11 teams, and these 11 teams are playing regular football. They train 1 day a week, and then they play matches on a Sunday or a Saturday.
I'm into my 4th season now with MPV. He started at under 10s, was 7-a-side, so it wasn't so much tactical stuff. It was just kind of getting them in their positions, get them safe, get them playing. And then as we worked up now, we went to 9-a-side for under 11s, under 12s. Last season, under 30 was our first season at 11-a-side, and I think the big jump from 9-a-side to 11-a-side, and we had to think a bit more on the spot.
We haven't played much 7-a-side yet. We played a friendly for half on Sunday, and you can clearly see the lads are not used to it, but having to have 2 years of 5-a-side where they're used to having defenders, wingers and a striker, to add in another defender and a midfielder, it's a completely different game. So it's just a case of getting used to it over the next few weeks.
We've got 11 teams, but there's 10 boys teams and 1 girls team. We're hoping to get another two girls teams.
First time coaching girls. Obviously I've coached them before through the camps and on Saturdays as well, but having a team of my own, getting them to learn how the way I want to play is different, but I enjoy doing it, man. When I started this whole thing, Park Village, there was about 3 girls in the camp, whereas to now there's 10 plus, 15 plus, so like I say, it's growing, man. Obviously we've got the football on the Saturdays as well, so hopefully getting more people coming.
The next step is we have a partnership with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and so we recommend any of those players that we feel has arrived at that level. So there's a nice sort of pathway that we have and an exit route.
We was keen to get an official partnership with them. They're producing a lot of players throughout the years.
It feels good because you feel like you could, if you're playing well, you know that there's a chance that you could get that goal that you've been wanting probably since a very young age. Get as good as I can, maybe get scouted. So yeah, it feels good.
The partnership's going well. There's a lot of players coming into Wolves from MPV. However, when players do come out of Wolves, we always want them to go back and encourage them back into MPV to work on what they need to work on from our feedback, and then hopefully then filter back into us. But communication's going well. I think all the parents know, all the players know, and we just want it to keep on going and expanding.
Just like keeps me out of a lot of things that would lead to bad things, really. I prefer sports over being out all the time, drinking with people. I'd rather go out by myself and just kick a ball out a goal, so it's a lot better.
The biggest achievement that we've had is to know that we've been running for 26 years.
To be honest, I've been at MPV since I was about, say, 7 years old at the soccer fun weeks and the summer Easter holidays, and to be honest, that's where it all started, really.
A football camp that lasts for 5 days during a very crucial time of the week, half term. And I'm going to have those kids from 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and won't be at risk of somebody pulling him up on his scooter, giving him 20 quid till he drops with somebody's letterbox.
It's about giving them, the boys and the girls, some fun activities to, play good football, have fun, enjoy.
Absolutely love that. You see the amazing work that's being done in the community. We're using football as a tool, man. It's deep. Like, a lot of those young people who are there, they are able to build relationships with people that live in different parts of the city, and obviously we have a lot of things that go on, postcodes and everything else, with people being in different areas, but if they know each other from young, it's important. How important, Kims, do you think it is in terms of sport in the community?
Yeah, it's real, for discipline, for fitness, for community, as you were saying, keeping everyone together, building a friendly atmosphere that they can all grow in the right way, in the right atmosphere.
100%. And we want to know what you think about that question as well. How important is sport in the community? But all my days, Kims, that's the end of the show.
All done, yeah?
All done, bro.
Listen,
all done.
I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it. I've loved every second of it. We hope that you have too. And like I say, we want to hear from you. So please do let us know, how important do you think community is, and how important do you think sport in community is as well? And also, if you want to be a guest presenter on this show, be able to reel off about the road closures and all that's going on in the community, get in touch, info@lotv.co.uk, and the social medias are
LOTV UK.
LOTV UK. But that's it. I think we find out what we're saying. What are you saying?
What are you saying?
I'm saying we're done. What are you saying?
Over and out.
Over and out. Wow.